Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to another edition of Scoreboard here on ACTN. It's always a pleasure to come into your homes every Tuesday evening between the hours of 8 to 9, where we bring sport into your home. First of all, before I get into tonight's topic, I just want to say a big congratulations to our boxers, Nigel Paul, with his victory on Saturday that has qualified for the Pan American Games in Peru that's coming up. Also, Michael Alexander and Aaron Prince, they both stand a very good chance of also qualifying. So it's looking like we're going to have 3 boxers at the Pan American Games. Our lone female athlete, Tina Guy, she unfortunately didn't make it, and also Andre Furman. So we look forward to the next couple of days to see what Prince and Alexander is going to be doing. But again, congratulations to Nigel Paul. Again, he's doing very, very good in the field of boxing. Only started a couple of years back, and he's really doing wonders out there. Tonight we're going to be talking football, and we're going to be talking to a couple of people about a project that is going to be coming up in a couple of days' time. I think it's the 17th. Actually, it's going to be starting, and also there is another part to this this interview today, where we're going to be talking. I don't know if it's a partnership, but during the course of the interview, you're going to get a more in-depth understanding of what it is all about. Let me introduce my guest for tonight. I have with me Janelle James. Janelle, it's a pleasure. Welcome to Scoreboard.
Thank you.
And I have Mr. German Vargas, the Masset coach. Am I correct?
Yes.
Right. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to Scoreboard. And I have Vanetta Flanders.
Hi.
Both of these ladies, you have seen them from time to time on various shows on ACTN. Ladies, let me start with you. You all have a project that is coming up shortly, the Legacy Cup. It's an international under-15, under-18 women's tournament. So who's going to start the ball rolling to tell us what this tournament is all about and what can we expect? Because we know we haven't seen women football for some time now.
Yes.
So we are dying to see women in action.
Yes.
Well, I can safely say that this is something that Janelle and I spoke about quite a couple of years ago, even after the Under-17 World Cup. We had a vision of creating a Legacy Cup, which will carry on the football program and allow for female players to have an opportunity to play, all right, and further develop the game in Trinidad and Tobago. But mitigating circumstances, we weren't able to do that. So Janelle, who I have to really commend for, you know, taking the bull by the horn and making it happen, you know, she decided, you know, it's time to do this, and she took up the mantle to start, you know, the ball rolling, inviting the teams and getting the project done. You know, the vision really is because there is a need. There's a huge gap right now that needs to be filled in women's football, and by hosting this cup, it is the idea or the hope that we'll be able to fill this gap and really bring the female game back to where it was once before.
Yeah, because we can safely say women's football in Trinidad has died.
Yeah.
Because there isn't anything happening right now, right? Except, you know, when the school have their football. Janelle, I know that you are very, very passionate about women's football. There's no doubt about that. This whole concept, you know, those who view it now, I know that their ears are going to be up because it's a revival of women's football. Take us through what is going to be happening. Who are some of the teams, if you have everything organized already, location, and we want to talk about, at the end of this cup, what are the benefits for women football? Because I'm sure you're not going to just put on a tournament just like that,
right,
and after that, that's it. Right. There must be benefits. What are the benefits?
Well, just to go back to the first part of your question, which is what is going to be happening. Instead of a one-day tournament, which is what usually happens, we thought about, let's have it over a period of time so that it's like a real competition. And whereas national teams mostly have the opportunity to have this kind of experience, we thought, hey, let's open it up for players who might have played at school level, club level, and let's give them that feeling, that experience to play back-to-back days in competition. Thus far, we have a team from the U.S. Virgin Islands, 340 Women's Soccer Club will be coming to participate, so that's just the beginning. And I'm happy to say that, God's willing, next year, the U.S. have a lot of interest in coming to compete and bringing their team as well. So we hope that the tournament grows from step to step, having more and more international teams. Locally, we'll have Diego Martin, we'll have Valencia participating, along with some other local school teams. So we hope to really see them in action and give them that opportunity. The competition starts on the 18th of April, which is next Thursday, Holy Thursday, and continues until Easter Sunday. Venue at this time is Etihad Grounds, which is the ground between, locally we know, between the bus route and Main Road. Yeah. So we'll be on that ground as of now. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Republic Bank for coming on board and helping us out, as well as the Defense Force for also coming on board and giving assistance to a couple teams in terms of transport, and also as ambulance service. They'll be providing the ambulance service. So we're very happy about that. As it pertains to the benefits we hope is to start this to be a calendar event for girls football. It has to, girls need more time playing and more opportunity playing. I'm still working on getting a couple coaches to come down and also scout for players to also have that opportunity to go to school abroad as well. But the main thing is that opportunity to play outside of the usual window of September to November, and then with the Women's League between June, July, that period, we need an opportunity to play. We also have a couple other projects, girls focused, that we really want to do. You know, a girls football camp, but that is still being worked on. But that is just some of the benefits in terms of starting this tournament.
Okay. Well, I'll come back to the Legacy Cup, but let's talk a bit about, you all brought this gentleman here with you all.
Yes.
There has to be a reason for his involvement. Where does he fit into, well, I see he fit in the middle of the both of you all, right? But actually, where does he fit in the whole aspect of this whole program?
Okay, well, as we said before, you know, we're about development, all right? We were fortunate to communicate with Marset Football Academy in Barcelona, Spain, and they have enlisted our aid, right? And we would be agents for Marset to bring some new, how to put it, some new opportunities, create opportunities for players in Trinidad and Tobago. However, it's going to be for male and female, you know. Although at this point, Marset is mainly focusing on the boys, they have a huge interest now in developing a women's program. And we saw that as a great opportunity to bring them into Trinidad and Tobago right now, right, where we are now also embracing the opportunity to develop women's football. So they are coming into that crucial time right now where they are going to bring their expertise and partner with us to develop the game, the female game, that is.
All right. German, right? Viewers, he's not from Germany, but his name is German Vargas. Tell me a bit about Marset, you know, when they started, you know, the whole concept of this, this organization.
Okay, Marset inicia a principios de los años 70.
Un momento.
Okay. Yes, well, we have to translate.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the 70s, Marset began, started.
Sí. Marset nace de la esencia de Javier Marcet. Javier Marcet jugó con el Barcelona, el Real Madrid y el Español de Barcelona.
So Javier Marcet is the founder of the foundation. He started with he played with Barcelona, Real Madrid, and
Correct. En español.
and Espanyol, which are
Okay.
top Spanish clubs in Spain.
Okay.
Entonces, el concepto es este. Él dice que quiere hacer algo diferente a una escuela de fútbol. Es-
And the concept is to create a football school. Yes. I want to make sure that everything.
entonces, empieza con un centro de tecnificación.
And so he began with a training center.
Okay. Okay.
Ok, esa es la primera etapa. Empiezan a llegar chicos a Barcelona de todo el mundo, principalmente para el verano.
So kids from all over the world came to Barcelona during the summertime to train. That's how it started.
Right.
Pero estos chicos quieren quedarse en Barcelona. Entonces Marcet se ve obligado a crear equipos y residencia. Ahorita hay 200 chicos viviendo en Barcelona.
So the kids or the participants wanted more rather than just come to Barcelona for the 2 months. So they created a residence where the players can now stay and train. And now there are more than 200 kids that live in Barcelona.
Right. So Masset is going to be coming to Trinidad to stage a camp. Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct.
Masset va a venir a Trinidad para hacer un campamento.
Ese es uno de los muchos proyectos que tenemos con Trinidad, campamentos, pero la relación con Trinidad a través de Bernard de Ginel va más allá. Nosotros queremos participar activamente y colaborar en el desarrollo del fútbol. ¿Cómo podemos potenciar los jóvenes de Trinidad hacia el fútbol del alto nivel? O un chico que simplemente quiera jugar fútbol, que tenga la oportunidad de pasar de nivel 1 a nivel 2, porque para nosotros todos los jugadores son iguales. O sea, lo que hay son diferentes niveles.
I wonder if I remember everything. But anyway, he says that it's more than just doing a camp. There's a whole lot more to it. It is mainly about developing, using Vanetta and myself as a means to help development of football here in Trinidad and taking the players from one level to another level. And it could start with a player who just likes to play. It doesn't have to be, you know, somebody who is in a club or professional only, but to players who are interested and want to learn more about the game.
So Masset will be sending them their coaches and with their scouts to, when the camp starts, to look at the players. Should they see individuals who are potentially good in the field of football, what's the next step?
¿Entiendes? ¿O no?
Mejor dime.
Más o menos. Okay.
Dime.
La pregunta es Masset va a enviar sus técnicos y un grupo de técnicos para hacer el campamento, y si observa un jugador que tiene potencial, mucha fuerza, ¿qué pasa con este jugador? ¿Cuál es la oportunidad? ¿Hay una oportunidad para este jugador?
Ok, todos los campamentos Marcet son solo con técnicos Marcet. Siempre vienen entrenadores, licencia UEFA, y siempre se envía un tecnólogo, que es un especialista en tecnología del fútbol, algo que está muy fuerte en Europa. Y vamos a ver, los campamentos tienen como ese fin, que los jugadores que muestren cosas diferentes vayan a España a hacer pasantías. Y nosotros generalmente hacemos convenios con federaciones y equipos de fútbol con el fin de que sus jugadores, no necesariamente a través de un campamento, estén yendo a Europa a hacer pasantías de 1 mes, 3 meses, y sus entrenadores. Eso es parte del desarrollo del fútbol. Si yo quiero estar en la meca del fútbol mundial, que es Europa Occidental, tengo que estar allá. Entonces, la idea es que los jugadores y técnicos de este país estén yendo allá a Barcelona. y trabajar en ese puente, no necesariamente a través de campamentos.
Okay, so he says that yes, Marset sends their coaches. They also send somebody who does an analysis. I guess they tape the sessions, and they do an analysis of the training sessions. Those players that have that potential have an opportunity to go to Barcelona, where they can train from 1 to 3 months. During that time, they will be training. They'll be completely assessed, and playing in Europe affords them the opportunity to play at the highest level. So during that time, that they will be assessed by the coaches and work towards improving their skills.
I know you had a hard time, so I will give you a little break now.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to add to that too is they also provide scholarship opportunities, huh?
Yes,
so
I saw that, and
yes.
I'm not cutting you, but what something I saw in the email you sent for me, they have this thing that they pay special attention to: sports education, academics, and human value. Those three aspects, which I think is very important in footballers' life. And I think a lot of us, not football alone, in sports, we only focus on the sport, but not on the academics and the human value. So when our career ends, we are struggling now to see what job we can get or how best we can, fit in.
Exactly, and that is what endeared us to Marset, because as you know, Janelle and I also have the non-profit organization YEMCO, Youth Empowerment and Mentorship Company, and it basically ties into what our mantra is at this moment. It's about the holistic development of a player. It's not about just having somebody with skill and go there, because we all know how that goes sometimes. But it's about developing a player who is a value to himself, for themselves, herself, and the society at large. Giving them opportunities outside of just being able to play or be good at a sport, right? And with Marset, you also have access to scholarships in the US and otherwise. You also have opportunities to play in, you are exposed now to La Liga. All right, you also have opportunities for a scout to see you when you go across there, and for them to guide you, take you into that forum that we really don't have direct access to here. So it really is a great opportunity for players in Trinidad to get involved.
Okay, I know we have to take a break. When I come back, I want to talk a bit about on the YEMCO?
Yes.
YEMCO Youth Empowerment, because I know that's 2-year-old brainchild, and we'll talk a bit about that. Viewers, you are looking at Scoreboard here on ACT, and we'll be right back after this short break.
You're now changing your question.
What I would say, Steve, is this.
My first question was, and roll back that tape.
I made my debut for Crystal Palace against Tottenham Hotspur.
My responsibility was to get the ball and make things happen offensively.
All
the time we played together, I've always been the decoy.
Welcome to Field of Dreams on ACTN. My name is Steve David, and I'm your host.
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to another edition of Scoreboard here on ACT, and it's always a pleasure to be in your company every Tuesday evening between the hours of 8 and 9.
Welcome to the new season of Football 101. I am your host, Joshua D'Amatos.
Well, it's time for your weekly football news update. I love you, Messi.
Unfortunately, kiss the badge, Oh. What's that? Welcome to this edition of the interview, and as you can see, I'm not alone on the set. I have Marcus, a Liverpool fan, and I have Shakir.
Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back to Scoreboard on ACTN. Vanessa, before the break, I wanted to find out about this empowerment group that you all have started. I know sometime back when you were on one of our programs, you mentioned that you were going to form this organization.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about it, what it entails, where, what can it do for empowerment means to empower people.
Yes.
How do you going to be going about that?
Well, again, when being involved in the national program, both Janelle and I, over a couple of years, we have seen the struggles of our athletes, all right, to not just play, because when they're on the field to play, you know, that's one thing, but how do they get to the training sessions? What happens before training? What happens after the training sessions? What happens in their lives generally? You know what I mean? So we are here to enrich the lives of these young ladies or men, right? By providing the necessary support, right? For example, there may be somebody coming from Cedros who's on a national team and they have to train in Port of Spain, you know? Just getting that child from Cedros to Port of Spain is a tax, you know? So our organization want to get onto these young ladies and young men, and we want to support them as much as we can. A simple thing as getting a passport for a student, or sorry, an athlete to travel. To us, so some people getting $250 to pay for the passport might be easy. To another child, they probably just don't have the parental support, or they don't have the money to do that. So YEMCO wants to be that organization, the go-to organization, so we can empower the athletes and, you know, create programs for them. For example, right now we are working on a rural community program for the young ladies, all right, because a lot of the times they get left out in the mix. They simply just don't have the know-how, they simply don't have the resources or the expertise in those areas to be part of a national program, and there's a lot of talent down there. So right now we want to take the programs to the rural community. We've identified a couple and we are working on sponsorship to take football to these communities. But when we go down there, it's not just about teaching them how to kick a ball. We want to carry different programs to them. We want to carry programs that teach them about money, health, hygiene, you know, social skills, self-esteem. So it's really a holistic program that we are developing to take to the programs, to take to the communities right now.
Because far too long we really look at our sportsmen and them, and it's like there is something missing. They could be as talented as whatever, but there is something missing. Either they don't know to present themselves properly, they cannot conduct an interview properly, they cannot carry about themselves properly. So I think that this is something that is very much needed, you know, especially with what is happening in our society right now. And I'm glad that you are taking it to the rural community, because I always state that our best athlete we can find is in rural communities. The only reason why we're not seeing an abundance of them is because of financial issues. Because as you said, you know, you live in Valencia or you live in Miaro, you have to go to Hasty Crawford or somewhere in Port Spain to train, right? That's the main idea of you having to source money or to worry about that. When you reach for your practice, I'm sure you're not going to be in that right frame of mind. Right, so you all have merged with Marset now, right? So this whole partnership will benefit young men and women. So are you all especially targeting the rural communities right now and not the city, or what it is?
Yes, I think because of the limited resources for us, it would be really nice to run a national program to be able to Trinidad and embrace everybody. But right now we see a greater need in the rural areas, so we'll have to target it. Once it grows, of course you're going to come into the inner city and that sort of thing. But right now, but the YEMCO project is really being trained at the rural communities. The project that we're doing in Marset, of course, is going to be open to everybody, in the city, everybody.
And when is that started to start? The actual partnership with Marset to start the 3 weeks? Is 3 weeks camp? 3 weeks?
No, 1 week.
1 week, or one week camp?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it is being formalized. It's formalized at this point in time. And as soon as that happens, we have windows from Marset that we need to operate, because if we want to get players into the summer program, it has to be done at a particular point in time. So we're looking at May as having the first camp.
Okay. And where is that carded? Will be carded?
We haven't yet sourced a venue or decided where it would be, but we know that that's the general time that we're looking at keeping the camp.
All right. German, keeping a camp for 1 week, right? How much can a coach give to a player and to see what this player is all about? in a week. Is that a sufficient time to have a camp for a week and both Marset and the player benefit, each other benefits?
Quería saber si un campamento de una semana, si eso es bastante tiempo para el técnico observar jugador y lo mismo para el jugador, que este tiempo puede beneficiar los dos.
Ok, nosotros tenemos un partnership que es ANCO. Nuestros técnicos y nuestro analista tecnológico vienen y hacen su trabajo de campo normal como si estuvieran en España una semana. Ellos emiten su criterio en base a los diferentes métodos de medición de Marset de qué jugadores tienen potencial. Okay?
So he's saying that Marset will bring their personnel, the coaches, and the analyst, the person who whose expertise is in the technological part of it, and they will observe the players.
Entonces, se llega a un acuerdo con ANCO y dice, ok, en este campamento vamos a premiar en una pasantía a España a estas 2 jugadoras y 2 jugadores. Vamos a ver, no es por el nivel que muestren ahí, es por lo que puedan dar en el futuro, porque se analizan 3 aspectos: su aspecto físico, su aspecto mental y su aspecto en el juego del fútbol.
So, he's saying...
I'm having fun.
I am glad you are having concentrating.
Yeah.
He's saying that, yes, the camp is for a week and, you know, different sessions. While they may observe everybody, there will be players, let's say 2 males, 2 female players that may stand out.
Okay.
The camp is not concentrated on improving the player now.
Okay.
It is
All
for
right.
those players who have
The potential.
that potential to now be taken outside of here to go to Barcelona.
Okay.
And that they focus on 3 areas. They look at the physical makeup, the mental, and then the overall understanding of the game.
Okay. You see 3 players, right? And they have the potential to go abroad. What's the next step? How do these players afford to go to Barcelona? Right? Let's say it's from a rural community, and they might not be financially, you know. Do they have to pay their airfare? How do these players get from step A to B or B to A? As it is.
O sea, que cómo van a llegar a... O sea, ok. Siempre nosotros, 3 jugadores, por ejemplo, siempre llegamos a un acuerdo con el partnership. Entonces, esos 3 jugadores nos los ponen en el aeropuerto de Barcelona y de ahí en adelante 1 mes, 3 meses, todos los costos los asume Marset. Hospedaje, alimentación, traslados, ropa de entreno, ropa de juego y todo lo que conlleve el desarrollo de este jugador, los análisis. Cuando yo hablo de esos 3 tópicos, son 3 software que hay que se alimentan con la información del jugador y me dan una categoría de jugador, un nivel.
So he's saying that if they, let's say they see 3 players that they like, then the only thing that the player would have to find is the airfare.
Okay.
They would cover the expenses, whether it be for a month to 3 months, they would cover the expenses for the players' stay in terms of accommodation, meals, their kit, internal transport. They will cover that expense. And, you know, they try to develop the 3 areas, build on those 3 areas of that player to help them be better.
Well, I guess in that sense, that's where IMCO will come in, because I mean, you all will have to know, being the organization that is partnered with them, you all will come in now to try to raise the funds. And I think at present, this organization, what are you all needs are right now? What are you all looking for right now, right? And do you all have like an office, a contact number, emails? So if there are persons viewing the program and one wishes to assist you all, how do they contact you all?
Well, Ms. Janelle will give you the email address, which is YEMCO.
2016.
Right. Right. Right now, we need basic things like equipment still. All right, to take, because one of the things we want to do, just to go back, is we talk about empowerment. We can't empower if we just keep feeding somebody. So our aim is to, when we go to an area, we want to be able to train coaches, persons in administration. So when we leave a program up and running. So it will be nice when we leave, we can leave some equipment, a few supplies with them so that they can continue the program, because we can't stay in every area forever. You know, so we want to be able to leave equipment. So we will need equipment, of course money, because there are basic things, transportation, so that we need to provide. And basically, I don't know if Jake could think of anything else off the mat.
I think also for the program, it will be good to get certain corporate sponsors that could come on board and help with meals, and showing people how to eat properly, because that's something Trinidadians, the athletes in Trinidad, we fail miserably, truth be told. Our proper meal is KFC. We live and die by KFC, but no.
Well, roti and a red solo.
You understand? So we have to understand at different levels how we can use our local foods, the provisions, etc., rice, etc., the quantities, when it's best to eat it, to show people how they can eat properly within their own means. So it'll be good to have corporate sponsors come in, even if they have expertise or personnel that deal with that, to come in and talk to the different groups about the importance of these things.
Well,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just said expertise. I mean, if there are persons out there who trained psychologists.
I was about to,
yes.
dietitians.
You know, dietitians, psychologists, you know, you have a particular skill set that you think you could lend to the development of these young ladies. We'd be more than willing to embrace that sort of service. You know?
But have you all done like a launch where people can, you know about the YEMCO and what it's all about?
No.
Or you all have...
Well, this is the first.
Okay,
we come by you, George.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Come by you.
Yes.
So this is the first.
Yes.
We were hoping as well that when we actually, the beginning of the camp, when the officials from Marset comes over, we do a full launch of everything.
Okay.
So that is what the intent is.
Okay.
Yes.
But I think in the meantime, especially with this tournament that's coming up, I think that you all should have some maybe a table with somebody with some flyers that you can start, getting information out, because I think it's a great idea, right? It's something that is much needed for sports, and not only for sports alone, especially for young people right now, right? And but let's go back to this tournament on the 17th. I've been indicated there that we need to take another break. When I come back, I want to talk a bit about, I want to give you all as much time to let the public, get the hype and the feel to come out to this tournament, and it's going to be free, and trainees like things that is free, right? So we'll talk a bit more on the preparation and what's happening when we get back. Viewers, we'll be right back after this short break.
You're now changing your question.
What I would say, Steve, is this.
But my first question was, and roll back that tape.
I made my debut for Crystal Palace against Tottenham Hotspur.
My responsibility was to get the ball and make things happen offensively.
All the time we played together, I've always been the decoy.
Welcome to Field of Dreams on ACTN. My name is Steve David, and I'm your host.
Good evening Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to another edition of Scoreboard here on ACT, and it's always a pleasure to be in your company every Tuesday evening between the hours of 8 and 9.
Welcome to the new season of Football 101. I am your host, Joshua De Matos.
Well, it's time for your weekly football news update. I love you, Messi.
Unfortunately,
Kiss the badge, kiss the badge. Oh.
what's that?
Welcome to this edition of the interview, and as you can see, I'm not alone on the set. I have Marcus, a Liverpool fan, and I have Shakir.
Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back to Scoreboard on ACTN. Right. Flustered. Now, how is the format going to take place for this Legacy Cup? On any given days, how many matches? Because I know it's under 15 and under 18.
Right.
Right? What's the format, how is this competition going to be run? Well, I know Trinidad and Tobago, you all love a freeness. It's absolutely free. It's absolutely free.
So, so the format is we'll have the U15 age group, the U18s, and we've included a U20 age group.
It's three groups?
Three groups,
okay.
yes.
Right.
Because we realized that there's some players that, although 18 this year, they'll be turning 19.
Okay.
During the course of this year, and you won't be eligible if you're turning 19 during the course of this year. So we opened up another age group in the U20s. So essentially, we'll have a round robin activity where each group during the first 2 days would play 2 matches each. From there, the next
time of games.
The time 9 to dark. We do it in Trinidad.
Yeah, 9 till dark.
Playing. We come into play, 9 till dark. We playing. That's what it's about, playing. So two games on the first 2 days each, and then we go to where the top 2 in each group, where the top 2 or top 3 advance to the quarterfinals. Okay. And then we have the quarterfinals, semifinals on the Saturday, we hoping. Right. And then the finals will all be played for each age group on the Sunday. Okay. Although the group stage starts at Etihad, we wanted the finals to be in a stadium. Okay. And that finals, the advanced stage and the finals will be at the Larry Gomes Stadium.
Okay, so the Saturday and Sunday is at the Larry Gomes Stadium.
It's at the Larry Gomes Stadium. So we taking it to another level. Yeah. The Larry Gomes Stadium, we finish it off, and the girls have a nice environment, stadium, etc. To play their finals. So yeah, for the U15s though, we looking at doing an 8v8, just because. For U15s, more touches on the ball, and probably a better opportunity to see quality and give players more chances to really be involved. Might be difficult at U15 girls level, on a big field, 11v11. So we're considering looking at it U8s for, not U8s, 8v8 at the U15.
What about officials and all of that has been in place already? How
Thanks to Mr. Nanku.
Right. How ready are you all at this present time? How prepared?
We are prepared. We have the experience in terms of we know what is needed, what can be done, etc. So it is just at this time, it's just finalizing teams and the groups. We encourage teams to come. If girls are interested in playing and their team not interested in coming, we'll find a team for you, because it's important for the girls to play.
It's all about seeing women in football. 5
girls say here what the team not here and you want to come out and play, we'll find a team for you to play, because it's all about you coming and play and having fun. I must say, and I must let the coaches know, I know the first thing that coaches ask is, so what we winning?
I was not going to ask you that.
What happens is, it really jeopardizes players eligibility for scholarship, especially at
When
the
you play for
girls
money.
level,
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
play for money.
yeah.
It really dropped. And then with social media and everything up on social
Yes.
media, and you say, no, I didn't.
Because from the
do
time
this.
you receive cash, you come like a professional.
You
because
come like
you
a
get paid for your
professional. So we are working on getting some fun team prizes that the team could enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, so fingers crossed that comes through. But you know, we're trying to move away, especially at the youth level, for cash prizes, because it messes with your amateur status if you're looking for to get out there on scholarship.
Yeah. We know in life, anything you're doing for the first time, you're not going to get it 100%.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
What percentage you all are looking at to be satisfied when this tournament ends?
Realistically, I mean, if we achieve 75%, 80%, then we're well on our way. And for us, the most important thing is to get this tournament
started.
Started.
Yeah, foundation.
Yes.
And for the kids to have a good time as well.
And for the players
really
and
want to have a
everybody
good
to
time.
enjoy themselves and really enjoy playing. We have to bring back that love of the game.
Exactly.
We're going to have some giveaways and doing some fun skills events during the course of the day. So it's really about having a good time, girls coming out and playing the game and enjoying the game and helping to really bring back the fun in it, not studying what we gain and but putting back that passion and love for the game. So getting this first tournament off is the hardest thing we could do. But once we get this tournament going, trust me that 2020, it'll be at a different level.
I want to make you laugh. When last you saw a women's football game? Okay, don't answer.
Yesterday.
Okay, yesterday?
Yeah.
Where women play
USA played Belgium. You mean here in Trinidad?
Yes, in Trinidad. All right,
Chirping.
All right. Juman, I'm sure before coming to Trinidad, you have been paying attention to Trinidad football. What's your thought on the level and the standard of football in Trinidad and Tobago? What are our strengths and what do you see as our weaknesses?
Antes de venir, usted observa el fútbol de Trinidad y Tobago.
Sure.
Quiere saber cuáles nuestras fuerzas y debilidades.
Ok, Marset tiene una universidad, Soccer University, Marset has. Nosotros estudiamos el fútbol de todo el mundo. Y por ejemplo, creemos en Marset que Trinidad y Tobago tiene el potencial de ser un país referente en la CONCACAF.
So Marset has a football university. Marset observes all football throughout the world. They observe everybody's football. He feels that Trinidad and Tobago has the potential to be really outstanding in CONCACAF.
Okay.
Porque nosotros analizamos la gente. Por ejemplo, el trinitario, su biotipo es atlético. Es un país educado, o sea, la gente es polite. Eso nos dice que hay educación, hay desarrollo mental. Entonces, ahora lo que estoy evaluando son las condiciones para el desarrollo. Entonces, con la ayuda de Ginelle, Bernarda, vengo a observar cuáles son las condiciones para el desarrollo. Sí.
In observing players from Trinidad, we have a good physical makeup generally. Our attitude and mannerism is usually very polite. And then we seem to be open for development. And the most important thing is at this time, for him to observe the conditions for development while he is here.
Muchas veces creemos que para el desarrollo se necesita mucho dinero y no es así. Lo que se necesitan son las condiciones y la correcta metodología y la correcta aplicación metodológica.
So he's saying that most of the time we think that for development we need a lot of money, but really we need correct application and the correct environment for the best kind of development to take place.
Entonces, parte de este estudio es, con la ayuda de Bernarda y Ginelle, demostrarnos y darle respuesta a nuestra hipótesis de que Trinidad puede ser de los punteros en la CONCACAF, de los números 1 en la CONCACAF.
So through this partnership with YEMCO, he hopes that this visit and this partnership will allow a real observation of the environment, of our environment, and hopefully try to improve and make Trinidad a real powerhouse, so to speak, in CONCACAF.
Is there anything that came to his mind that wanted him to come to Trinidad? Or what has he he has any knowledge of Trinidad before the partnership took place?
In talking to him before, while we were coming here, he said that Juan Chope, he is a very good friend with Juan Chope, and Juan Chope played in Europe. And, you know, he was talking and asking him about, you know, what players would be, you know, the best in terms of what players have the best potential. And he said that Juan Chope told him players from the Caribbean, they have the best potential. They make up, they are in love with our athletic physicality, our attitudes. He mentioned Dwight York. And they see a lot of potential, not only for players here in Trinidad and Tobago, but the Caribbean. He truly believes, they truly believe that Caribbean players really have a lot of potential to excel in world football.
I know between you and Vanessa, you all have a lot of experience in management because you all manage the female teams and so forth in football. How do you see that management experience that you all have gathered over the years benefiting our women in football? Because, as I said in the beginning, and I'm saying it now, women's football in Trinidad have really is gone.
6 feet under.
Right? The last of the girls we had there, they have reached an age now where you can say that they're old in football, right? And you are not seeing any young prospects coming up right now. Do you think it's going to be a difficult find or a difficult job to get a female team that is going to be competitive in women's football? Do you see that in a short-term or long-term project?
At this point, no. Because, you see, they're not just physically tired, they're mentally tired. All right? And there's a lot of negativity and negative stigma right now surrounding the women's teams and the women programs. So you're not it's not just the player that we have to worry about, it's the persons that are around them, parents not willing to, a lot of parents really step out. So you find you lose a good talent because of the mindset right now regarding women's football, you know. And truth be told, I mean, there's not enough effort being made all around to push and to bring back the women's program to where it was. I mean, if you really have everybody working hand in hand to really bring the game back, it can, because you really have some talent out there, but you don't have that mindset right now. And in regards to our experience as managers and being in the program, we weren't just managers in the program, we were also very active in Wolf at one point in time.
Yes.
And I think what it allowed us to do is to really understand the inner workings of administration as well as understand the needs of the players. So we're able to look at things from varied perspective. And I think that strength allows us now to harness all of that and to really create programs and bring something different to the players that, you know, other people may not really have that full understanding of. You know, so I think it really allows us to sit down and to plan with all these things in mind and to bring a program that's going to reach and be effective.
Okay.
If I could just add to what Vonetta said. For me, I always think, especially when traveling, the first thing I think is networking and meeting all kinds of people. And I've met all sorts of people from all over the world. And I think from our experience and involvement at the managerial level, it also gives us a different kind of access. For example, head manager, it's through that kind of access that we were able to bring this kind of opportunity. And so one of the things we've spoken about is bringing in some of those people to work with some of our female players and work with the coaches, because I think the coaches are not given a lot of credit. The grassroots and those coaches that work day to day and try to keep it alive, they work with minimal to nothing, and they just have a real passion, and they have a bond with the players, and they try to keep it going. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task. And so one of the things that we've spoken about is bringing in people to work and help with the coaches. And for the coaches, the network and the relationship is not just for us, but it's also that the coaches could have a new contact that they could say, here, what, you have a camp going on, you know, is it possible for me to come, observe, and really is an opportunity for them to be exposed to something different, so that when they come back, they bring in something different as well to the players. So it's all about help, each one teach one, you know, and helping the entire fraternity, so to speak, or sisterhood, but we have males as well. But yes, in empowering everybody to continue the fight and the struggle, because it's not easy. It's not easy.
We just have a couple of minutes.
Oh, sorry. And just to add again, our players, our babies, I mean, you grow up with these girls from the last senior women's football team, and they really have a lot to offer. So I mean, if we could work with them as well and partner with these players to bring what they know into the system, it would really be a valuable contribution. And I think our relationship with them allows us to now reach out to them and bring them into the fold, because I think having these players on board is going to really take this to a different level.
Okay. We just have a couple of minutes. I just want you again to look at the camera and invite Trinidad and Tobago, get them involved to come out and support this Legacy Cup on the 17th.
Trinidad and Tobago, yes. We invite you, girls, female players, coaches, come out, support. You all can contact us at 741-8873, 729-7985. Send an email to 016yemco@gmail.com. Facebook, Instagram. I know you young people on Instagram. You know, just reach out and come out and support and have a good day in women's football. Let's try to build it back and bring back the fire, the energy, the excitement, and have a good Easter together.
Well, you took German for any roti yet?
Not yet. He came in last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
First thing today, roti.
Well, I want to say thank you all very much. I really appreciate you all coming here first, right? And I'm going to come out and support you all during the couple of days.
Yes.
And any assistance you all need, you know, free to call me at any time.
Thank you.
Again, thank you very much. And gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I hope that you enjoy the full stay. When are you leaving? When is he leaving?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. I hope you enjoy your stay in Trinidad and Tobago. And I hope to see you back soon. Vanessa, it's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Well, viewers, the Legacy Cup is on. It's definitely on. It's at the Etihad Ground in Tacarigua. It's free of charge. Please go out and support the project. We know a lot of you are going to find fault, right? But it's the start of something that is going to grow into something much greater than what you're going to see this weekend. So please go out and support and give the ladies your encouragement. If you miss any part of this program, there's a repeat tomorrow at 1 p.m. Remember, you can join me next week, Tuesday, same time on ACTN, where I bring you great information in sport. Have a blessed week ahead. See you then.